Hey guys, I'm Natalie, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about me and what this podcast is about. I'm a Christian, a wife, a mom, among other things. And a few months ago, I realized how pretty much everything I do in life is a reflection of who or what I'm putting my identity in any given moment. When I am acting selfless, even though I want to be selfish, when I am being considerate of other people and humble, even when I'm totally sure my way is the right way. I'm acting selfless and humble even when I don't want to because I am identifying with my Savior who himself is humble and selfless and who has bought me with a price and who says the old is gone and the new has come. And when I revert back to my former ways of living, the old Natalie who was dead in her transgressions, when I'm unkind and lazy and selfish, it's because I'm identifying with that old person. My hope in this podcast is to talk about how God is redeeming every single part of my life, even though I'm in the midst of sanctification, of looking more and more like Jesus until his second coming. I can tell you so many wonderful stories, and I aim to about how I've seen God moving in my life in hopes that you find encouragement from that. And yeah, for God's name to be glorified. I used to turn to drugs and alcohol and relationships to find what I thought was freedom, but I was actually in bondage to those things because I was depending on temporary things in an attempt to bring me satisfaction, a deep soul satisfaction that I was longing for. But those things always failed me because they're imperfect. And once I started knowing my God, the God who created me, the God of all creation, knowing who He is and becoming more confident in who He made me to be, I no longer depended on those things to be who I am. I still struggle. I still have insecurities that I try to be honest about as much as is appropriate with sharing with the world. Um, but God has done so much in my life, and I have great expectations for what He will continue to do. I discovered that I really enjoyed dancing when I was a teenager, but it was only under the influence of alcohol that I came out of my shell enough to do that. Well, as I've gotten to know God and who He made me to be, I'm so grateful to say that I don't rely on alcohol to dance anymore. And it is such a freedom to not have that crutch that not only is not there all of the time, but that comes with a lot of negative and scary consequences. So I hope that this show inspires you, encourages you, and challenges you to live the life that God made you for. So get out your dressy casuals, and I'll see you on the dance floor.